what's up, y'all? It's Poppin' This D back with another controversial TikTok topic. This is a time when you realize the bar is super low for men. The bar is in hell, kids. So we're gonna see what they have to say. This is not something I've really thought much about, actually. Well, white men, sure, definitely have thought about that quite a few times. But sure, let's see what they have to say specifically. Let's watch.
Tell me about the time when you realized that the bar is super low for men.
I was less than 24 hours out from having my C-section with my son. The hospital was room in, baby rooms in with you. I was up all night holding him and feeding him because he would not lay in the bassinet. So while I was up with him, while my now ex-husband slept on the couch beside me the whole night. The lights were dim in the morning when my doctor came to check on my incision. And I said, go ahead and turn the lights on. And he said, no, let's let him sleep. I have my cell phone and I can use the flashlight on my cell phone. So my doctor checked my C-section incision with the flashlight on his cell phone as to let my husband continue sleeping.
Tell me about the time when you realized that the bar is super low for men.
So one time I got rejected by this girl after our first date. Like, I thought it went well, but apparently it didn't, because she told me, after I asked her when she was free again, she said, she wasn't into it. And she just wasn't sure if she wanted to see him again. No worries. So I texted her, hey, not a problem. I get it. If you change your mind, let me know. You have my number. But if not, good luck out there. And I figured that'd be the end of it. And then, a week or two later, no contact, she hits me up, and I get a second date. Awesome. So we go out, and I figured I'd do better this time, but it was painfully obvious that I wasn't going to get a third date out of this.
Why the fuck she call you
so
back?
For the end, I just decided to ask her, why did I get a second date if you knew this wasn't for you? And she straight up told me that it was because of the way I handled the rejection after the first date. I didn't freak out, I didn't call her a whore or anything, simply because I was able to take a no for an answer. We have to do better, guys.
Nah,
Tell me about the time when you realized that the bar is super low for men.
I was at the club with my friends, and we were dancing, having fun, and this guy came up to me, and he said, I was looking at you, and I thought you were so pretty, and I just wanted to come over here and say that, and, do you want to, kiss a little bit? And I said, no, I don't, because I'm here with my friends, and I'm just having fun, I'm not interested. And he said, oh, that's all right then, sorry for bothering you, and he turned around and walked away. I have never found someone more attractive in my entire life. And I said to my friend, I almost want to go after him and kiss him because he was respectful. When I tell you the bar is way down in hell, not kidding. Not kidding.
Tell me about the time when you realized that the bar is super low for men.
I'm finna tell y'all how easy it is to get a female to like you in college. If a girl is interested in you enough to come to your room and chill with you, this is all you gotta do. When she comes to your room, invite her to sit on the bed. You pull out a chair and sit in that motherfucker. Do not go near her. Do not touch her. Just talk with her, chill, and vibe the entire time. Do this the first and maybe the second time y'all hang out, and she'll be so shocked and impressed that you weren't just trying to fuck, that she gonna attack you next time y'all hang out. Mark my words.
Tell me about the time when you realized that the bar is super low for men.
So there's this nail polish that you can buy, and basically you stick your finger in your drink, and it will basically light up a certain color or alert you somehow if your drink has been spiked. Here it is, if you want it. It's called Undercover Colors.
Tell me about the time when you realized that the bar is super low for men.
Necessary.
Mine was when
I was telling my current boyfriend 2 months into dating that I just ate a 10-piece of chicken nuggets that he had seen, and I was like, I kind of want just a bite of a hamburger. And he's like, you don't have to tell me what you're eating. Eat whatever you want. And I was like, wait, really? I'm like, but I had 10 nuggets. He's like, okay. This has been ever a relationship where people literally count my food or be like, oh, you're going to have 2 meals in one. It's just nuggets and a burger. This one, it's my ex-boyfriend literally counting the amount of chicken nuggets I had and telling me he thinks it's time for my stomach to stop. Yeah. And I thought it was completely normal because I was fat. Guys should count my food and tell me when I'm full.
Tell me about the time when you realized that the bar is super low for men.
When I transitioned and started passing, I got complimented for the dumbest crap. Like, oh, he doesn't smell like farts. He must be a hygiene king. His shirt doesn't have stains or holes in it. He's a fashion icon. He got a $20 haircut every 3 months. He takes such good care of himself. He's never sent a you up text. He's a genius. He must be a god. Like, the bar is so low.
Tell me about the time when you realized that the bar is super low for men.
I'm going to go with the time that the TikTok about my vasectomy consultation went viral, and half of the comments were people crucifying my wife because she didn't have a tubal ligation.
Oh!
I've watched 4 children come out of that woman. If you've seen that, if you've watched it up close, and you think that that person owes you anything in this life after that, you're wrong.
Period.
Do better.
I also heard that it's much easier for men to get snipped than for women to get their tubes tied. And makes sense that it would be easier. So, if any one of us got to get the surgery, it should be you, nigga. And yeah, she done pushed out 4 kids already. That's the least he could do.
Tell me about the time when you realized that the bar is super low for men.
When I started dating my current boyfriend, he asked me what kind of flowers I liked, what were my favorite, and if I liked receiving them. I said, yeah, I guess. I don't really know, though. I've only been given them one time when my ex cheated on me.
Tell me about the time when you realized that the bar is super low for men.
Okay, so this happened about a year ago, and I just matched with this girl off Tinder. We talk and talk for like 2 weeks until she says, hey, I want to come pick you up for food. I say, cool. Keep in mind, this was when I wasn't as extroverted as I am now, so I just thought we would just get some food, talk for a little bit.
I hope he's being funny. I hope that was sarcasm.
And as soon as I get in the car, she says, hey, you want to play some music? I said, oh yeah, sure. I have a personal playlist that I fucking love. I've made over time. It's whatever. The first song, I put it on shuffle, and the first song that plays is Treat People with Kindness by Harry Styles. It just came out. And she looks at me and she says, you know this song? Like, you like this song? And I said, yeah, I fucking love this song. She says, okay, I can see us having sex tonight.
Girl.
Tell me about the time when you realized that the bar is super low for men.
My criteria for a guy has to be that he has to wash his dishes, because my ex didn't wash his dishes. He just hid them under the bed.
Tell me about the time when you realized that the bar is super low for men.
It's not even time, it's times. It's just everyone posts the bare minimum, like, oh my god. Especially with couples posting each other, you know? Yes, it's cute, of course, I love that shit. I hate the fact that girls find it so rare for that to happen. The last talking stage I was in, I was posting her in the talking stage, like constantly. Because I'm big on publication. Because I want everyone to know that that's my girl. You know, that's fucking that's mine. Like when girls say, oh, he doesn't lag. Oh my god, he opened the door for me first. He bought me flowers. Complimented me so much today. He said that he was sorry. He actually showed his face on FaceTime. Actually shows his face on Snapchat. They should have been doing that in the first place. Obviously, I love it when people get appreciated. But I don't see it as often as it's supposed to be. This is why I don't date anyone. Because it's way too easy. I can date someone right now if I wanted to. But I have standards. And I don't half-ass anything. Don't take anything but 100%.
Tell me about the time when you realized that the bar is super low for men. Mine was last week when I was telling my best friend about the phone date that I just had, and I said it was good because he had good turn-taking skills.
I mean, sure, I guess. The bar is definitely low for men in some situations for sure. But these were very random situations, a little odd at times as well, but still entertaining to listen to. But I do feel like we as women shouldn't be impressed by mediocrity either. You know, even if we do feel like, oh, the bar is super low, just wait for someone to come around and meet, you know, those higher standards. Don't, you know, settle for mediocrity and settle for being impressed by stupid shit. That chick talking about, oh, you like this Harry Styles song? You think people should be treated with kindness too? I'm fucking you tonight, that girl. What? That was really odd. What was I gonna comment on? Trisha fucking Paytas. So here's the thing. I don't think it's cool to comment on, you know, the way people live their lives and what they choose to do in general. But if someone is close to you and you're in a relationship with them and they're seeing you consume large amounts of food, she said she would be eating like 2 portions, like 2 meals in one. And her man would be like, oh, you about to eat all that? Like, of course there is a nice way to say things, so maybe he came across as a dick. But I don't think it's anything wrong with bringing something to your partner's attention. Like, that's really self-sabotaging to, you know, binge like that. What, should you just let them just self-destruct and be like, okay, I'm gonna just watch you binge all the time and eat, you know, this much food and not say nothing and just get obese one day? Like, I don't know. So I was just kind of like, And of course, we're real touchy right now online about, you know, people's weight and sizes and body positivity and eating what you like and all that. But it's like, bro, that's not self-love. Just pigging out on large amounts of food, I don't think that's a good thing. And I think if you really love someone and you see that they're doing that, I don't think it's anything wrong with making a comment about it. Of course, respectfully, don't be an ass about it, but I think you should say something. I would say something nicely, but if I kept seeing it happen, I would say something like, hey, we need to talk about something, how you feeling emotionally, something, you feel me? Anyway, overall though, interesting video, random, but interesting. Y'all let me know what y'all think about all this. Let me know what other videos you want me to watch, and I'll see y'all in the next one.